Dean Burley with MMABuzz.com, here with Cameron Dollar, who fights March 23rd for the World Series of Fighting against Waylon Lowe in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Cameron, you put together some impressive wins since leaving the UFC. Your opponent's done the same. Is this something you think can get you back on track back to the UFC, or do you think the World Series of Fighting is going to be the next big promotion?
You know, I definitely think World Series of Fighting is going to be big. I think it'll definitely be something like, you know, Strike Force or WEC, you know, especially after them signing a 3-year contract with NBC. You know, I'm excited to whatever the possibilities could be. You know, I'm excited to make a home at the WSOF. You know, and if something bigger comes along the way, you know, be grateful for that too. But right now, I'm excited for WSOF. Excited to just, you know, handle Waylon Lowe, you know, first off, and then see what comes along the way. You know.
Yeah, this will be your first UFC veteran you fought since leaving. You've had quick wins over guys like Tyler Toner, Alvin Robinson, Kit Cope. Where do you think Waylon Lowe ranks among your recent opponents?
Well, you want to know what's funny is Waylon Lowe and I, we were both on the same season of The Ultimate Fighter. I won my fight to get in the house, and I was on the show, and Waylon lost his fight to get in the house. So, you know, as far as that goes, I don't plan on losing to Waylon Lowe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done paid my dues, and he got brought back right to the UFC, and he didn't even get on the show. And, you know, here I am, I've done paid my dues, done worked my way back to where I am right now, and I'm not stopping, and he's not getting in my way. So
yeah, style-wise, he's a very good wrestler. He's got a lot of wrestling experience. Now, I've talked to guys from your gym, guys you've trained with, and they said that's a real bad style for you, that you're not the kind of guy that people can hold down. How do you feel about this style-wise, fighting a guy who's more of a top position grappler?
You know, I look forward to it. I've wrestled a lot. You know what I mean? I've been wrestling since 6th grade. But up here, we got the OTC. I train with Ramiko Blackman. We train with some of the best wrestlers. I got Scott Cleve as my training partner. Ramiko. You know, Waylon's an NCAA wrestling champ. Whatever it is, you know, I don't really care. But this is a fight. You know, it's not a wrestling match. So if he thinks he's gonna come in there and wrestle me, we're not wrestling. We're fighting. You know what I mean? And I've definitely been working on my ground game, my wrestling, my stand-up. I'm just excited, dude. I finally get to be back in the TV light, you know, and showcase what I've learned and hopefully display it all that night, you know. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And after this fight, was there anybody you were looking at fighting, or you just taking anybody that they put in front of you?
You know, I'm signed with WSOF. There's a lot of local guys, you know. Shoot, you know, I would say their names, but they don't even deserve for me to say their names, you know what I mean, or even give them recognition. That's just how I feel. But you guys know who you are, and you know, if people want to come at me, it's whatever. I'm trying to do my own thing, move on to bigger and better things. You know, we all got to start somewhere on local shows and stuff. That's where I started. But you know, for those guys that come at me the way they are, it's just it's childish. It's silly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's a lot of guys who've been blowing up your Facebook trying to get recognition. Does that bother you at all, or does that just fuel you?
It's just fuel for the fire, you know. If I was in their shoes, I can't say I wouldn't do the same thing, you know what I mean? If you want to make a name for yourself, you got to go after the guy that's got the biggest name around your town, you know what I mean? And but for them to think they're gonna use me as a stepping stone to launch themselves into something bigger, yeah, I take it as disrespect, you know what I mean? I'm not. That's not me. It's not gonna happen.
Regardless, we can't wait to see you fight March 23rd in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And everybody here in Colorado can check that out live on NBC Sports. But before we let you go, is there any sponsors that are helping you out you want to thank?
You know, I'd love to thank my agent, Tim Price, for all that he's done for me. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Rockford Fosgate, SSV, Springs Automotive Group. They've been there for me for a while. If there's anybody else that I'm missing right now, I'm sorry, I apologize. But Turf Direct, awesome landscaping company here locally in Colorado, and you know, that's it. Without the sponsors, though, you know, I wouldn't be able to train. So thank you very much.
Keep an eye out for Cameron Dollar, March 23rd, the World Series of Fighting, and you can watch that on NBC Sports live.